Silent enemies reading for the air sign collective for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, um, for December. Okay. Sagittarius season, December 2024. I hope all is well with everybody. Peace and blessings out to the air collective. All right. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Well, let me see. Make sure this camera is right and we're going to get it popping here. Well, let me see. All right, it looked like we all right. It looked like we all right. Let's get it going. So let's get some cards out here. Let's see what's going on. So this reading, I'm using the mixed emotions deck. So basically, with the silent enemies reading for this is about us keeping our emotions in check and not allowing them to dictate our lives, or AKA ruin our lives, right? So these are some emotions that are going to pop up here for the remainder of the Sagittarius season that you may want to, be careful of, whether it's reflected. And just if your intuition, picks up this type of energy, then it's, your cue to pay attention to it and at least investigate and see what's going on. You don't have to jump to conclusions, but just look a little further into it. Pay attention to it. That's all. That's why your intuition is there. And if you want to get better at listening to your intuition, then you got to start paying attention to the voices that you get, and learning how to decipher what's right and what's not right, right? But at any rate, to each his own. So we're going to throw 3 cards out, and then we're going to get some clarifiers, and we're going to see what kind of possible solution we can implement to quell or to prevent that negative energy from, doing too much damage. There's nothing wrong with emotions. There's nothing wrong with feelings. You just don't want to sit in that energy. And this is what we're going to make sure we don't do by seeing what pops up. All right. So the first card I got is a card of boredom. Okay. So somebody could be very bored here. We have a card of being unfulfilled. And then we also have a card of someone or something with receptive energy. All right. So let's look at one at a time and see why each one could be a silent enemy in your life. So let's talk about boredom. Well, we already know an idle's mind is the devil's workshop. I don't know if you ever heard that saying, but I used to hear it all the time. I also hear empty wagons make all the noise. So this is like, if you're bored, you're bored, you're going to get into some trouble. You're going to find something to do to entertain you. And unfortunately, that entertainment may be something that is not beneficial to you. All right. Oh, the camera. Let me move this over so you can see all 3 cards. My bad. I think we good now. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's up with board. What comes up for the air sign collective, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for the last part of Sagittarius season 2024. All right, tell me what they need to look out for with this board energy. What they need to look out for. What card turned over in my hand, please? Okay, so we have the Fool energy in reverse here. Let me get another one, please. Yeah, see, playing yourself, getting bored, doing things that will put you backwards instead of forwards. Yeah, Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, so this could definitely be making sure that you ain't out there partying too much, okay? You're not going back to somebody that or something that may have had a hold over you, something that is not good for you. Being impulsive is another thing I'm getting. You have to be self conscious of where you are and what you're doing and who you're with. You could also be careful of who you call when you're bored. Yo, I'm bored. I ain't got no. Yo, you bored too? Yo, what? Yo, get dressed. I'm coming through. You know what I mean? Like, where are we going? What are we doing? Especially if this is somebody they get into things, right? So you really need to be careful around this particular time. It's not saying that you couldn't get into things any other time and it'd be like, okay, we have to hold some fun. But this particular time, you may want to be easy, okay? You just may want to chill, right? Somebody could just be really bratty when they're bored. They're nitpicky, they're mean, they be bullying on people, taking advantage of people, just being a real all-around jerk or asshole, and that's masculine and feminine tense, okay? Let's get more energy out here. Yeah, see, we got the 7 of Cup energy that came out here. Somebody don't know what the hell they want. That's what the problem is. They don't know what they want. And with the Ace of Cups here, we have love energy here. So, I don't know if this is somebody who doesn't know if they want to be single or not. I don't know. Somebody could be antsy. You could be in between relationships, right? Or in between lovers, or just, you could be going through a dry spell right now. Be careful. Somebody could be wanting to reach out to you to see what's going on with you because they may want to be intimate with you. And if you're trying to be celibate, some of you, maybe you're trying to be celibate and it's just not working for you, or you may be having a difficult time. You could be at a rough patch. Um, I feel like for some of you, what you really want to do is pour that energy into yourself. Like if you're feeling a little, antsy or whatever, try to transmute that energy. Try to transmute it into energy that will allow you to do things that you show love to others. Show love to them in another way besides being intimate, right? Some people when they get bored, they just want to be intimate, is what I'm getting here, or they just want to be. I don't know. I'm just getting an energy of somebody being bored with not having no sex or celibacy or something along those lines. Okay, just be careful because somebody could mess around and get pregnant. Is another thing here. You bored, you mess around, you sleep with someone, then boop, yo, am I pregnant? Or boop, yo, is she pregnant with my kid? Yeah. Uh-huh. All because you was messing around, y'all rushed into it, y'all was impulsive, somebody didn't wear protection, or somebody just jumped in like, yo, what you doing? I'm bored. What you doing? I'm bored too. Let's do something. You bored, I'm bored. Ain't no sense of us both being, and the next thing you know, here come a baby. Or somebody drinking. Be careful with the over drinking too. The 7 of cup here and the Ace of Cups, that's 8 cups. Okay. So also this represents you going back and forth to somebody that you were dealing with, that you may have left alone. But because you're bored, you antsy, you don't got nothing to do. This person could be blowing your phone up, or they're the first person you think about when, oh God, pressure's on. I need to call somebody. Or this person could be feeling that way. They could just be like antsy, oh damn, pressure's on. Let me call such and such and bug them and see what they doing. And then you're like, yo, what's going on? They could be calling you, telling you that they pregnant too. Be careful. Somebody could be calling you and you may be trying to figure out the time frame of what's going on or what. All right. But these are some of the things that are coming up here. So let's see what kind of possible solution to any of these scenarios here that we could implement so that energy presents itself, how you might be able to avoid it or resolve it. Tapping into the Pisces energy, the mystic energy. So this is all about being compassionate, being imaginative, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, ephemeral. Okay, so you know what I'm getting here? Yeah, this is just about not going overboard. Because with the Fool energy in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse, that's you just, having no care, being very impulsive. Pisces energy is all about, the balance, right? Not too much, not too little, just right in between, right? And also staying the course. This is a cycle that needs to end. Remember, there's the 7 of Cups here plus the Ace of Cups. That's 8 cups. So you've gone back and forth with this person before, so your emotions could be playing a role here. It's just like 1 minute you want to be with them, the next minute they don't, or it's vice versa. Or it's just you're going through a stage where you both need to separate from each other, and the detachment stage is really getting to somebody, right? So this is all about being still with this Pisces energy, not dabbling into your desires and not being 100% celibate. Yeah, you can entertain, but I just feel like this option is not an option you want to entertain as far as you getting your intimate itch scratched. All right. I hope that made sense for those who it resonated with. All right, so we're going to be on to the next section here, which is being unfulfilled. So this is another emotion here that you have to be careful of, whether this is you or somebody around you. For the air sign collective for December 2024, Sagittarius season. All right, we got Mercury in Sagittarius as well, which is in retrograde. So again, with that back and forth energy with somebody that you've already dealt with, or a desire of yours. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a desire to drink or to smoke or to tap into things. It's getting cold in certain areas of the world. People take on certain activities in the wintertime and they, that they wouldn't partake in the because they're out and about moving around, or things like that. So just be careful and be mindful of your desires and overdoing things because you're bored, whether it's overeating, over drinking, over sexing, over gambling, overspending. You got to maintain a peaceful balance. So with unfulfilled energy here, what are we talking about here? So this is also about being dissatisfied about something not finished, right? Or just feeling like, yo, what's the purpose? What is, what's the purpose for this? Or just not knowing your purpose. So some of you with this Mercury in retrograde and Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius deals with the higher mind, your higher realm, as far as you knowing better, experience and wisdom, higher knowledge. And so, somebody may be feeling at a point where it's like, I went through all of this experience for what? And not feeling fulfilled. Yeah, we have the Eight of Sword energy in reverse. That's Sagittarius. I mean, I think that's isn't that Mercury in Sagittarius? I don't know. Then we got the Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess. We got heavy Pisces energy here for you guys, and then Judgment. Okay, major arcana of Pluto energy, which is in Aquarius right now. Okay, so this is all about being innovative, being unique, starting something over from the beginning. Is there something that you've wanted to work on that you may have put on the back burner? Some of you could be in a position right now where you're just unfulfilled where you are, especially if it comes to work. I'm getting that heavy. Some of you are in a position where it's just like, yo, I don't know what to do. I'm not happy where I am. This is just not fulfilling for me. I really want to figure out why I'm not happy here, or why I'm not happy doing this work or this job. So that's something that you're going to want to figure out here. Some of you have been thinking about that and you've kept it to yourself here. Okay, and you're really believing or thinking about moving on and leaving and changing things because you are feeling unfulfilled. Okay, look, there's a card underneath this Eight of Cups that I did not, Eight of Swords reversed, that I did not see. Look at this. Speaking of the Sagittarius energy, Temperance. Now that adds some things to it. So the universe, this is divine timing for you. This is meant for you. See, Mercury is all about the thought process, the way you think, your perspective, how you look at things. And Mercury is in retrograde in Sagittarius. So the way I look at Mercury, it's the lower, and Jupiter is what rules. It's like the lower level is Mercury and Gemini. That's all about your experiences, your choices, your different perspectives. Which do I want to do? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Or, I've done this, I've done that. Oh, yeah, I've lived over here, I've lived over here. Oh, yeah, I was someone who, I participated in the LGBTQ lifestyle. Now I don't. It's like different lifestyle choices. Yeah, I used to smoke, but I don't no more. Or yeah, I used to be vegan, but I'm not anymore. Like it's you've lived these different lives with Gemini energy. So that's Mercury. So when Mercury is how you look at it. So Mercury's in retrograde now. So you're looking back at the different experiences you had in whatever area we're talking about in your life. Yeah, I've experienced this, I've experienced that. If it's the work industry, yeah, I used to work doing this type of work, then I did this type of work, then I did, whatever it is. Gemini represents the different choices, the options, the experiences you had. The Sagittarius piece of it represents, okay, out of all those things I've experienced, now this is the one that I rock with. Or if I could go back to that one, I would. Yeah, because I didn't get to fulfill that. There was something left there, And so some of you may feel like you might feel at peace by letting go and, focusing on what it is that you really want. And getting back in control of what it is that you really need. For some of you, things have gotten out of control for whatever reason, right? Your options, your choices. And so divine timing is here telling you, you know what, with this high priestess energy and this judgment energy, you want to keep things to yourself. There's a definite energy of secrecy here and keeping things to the self. Each of these three cards represents some form of secrecy, also higher knowledge, and keeping that to yourself, what you know. All right. So some of you have learned some things. You have definitely learned some things. There are some things now to you that are clear, where, you know, the average person would be looking at it like, yo, I don't know what you have learned some things. Okay. And it's divine knowledge. This is on a whole spiritual, another spiritual level as well. So for some of you, you may be around people that you've outgrown, and this could be why your whole situation is just unfulfilling. How to reason with things. You know it's time to move on. You've out into your energy. So for some of these major arcanas here, this is what this unfulfilling energy represents. It represents time for change, time for transformation. Okay. So don't be afraid if you notice that something is ending, and it's coming and you're like, damn, I don't understand why this is happening. They're like, it's not working out. I don't get it. It's because it wasn't meant to work out. You're unfulfilled for a reason. This is supposed to, Pluto's all about power and control. Okay. And we have the Four of Pentacles also here, another form of power and control. So you don't have control over this because divine timing is stepping in. And some of you know from experience, yeah, okay, I just know it's time for me to go ahead and start looking for another job. I just know it's time for me to start looking for another place. I just know it's time for me to start looking for another car. I'm not fulfilled with this relationship. I just know it's time for me to dead this and move on. I just know, right? Because nothing is working out. And the thing is it's going to keep getting more toxic and toxic because the universe is going to push you out of whatever it is. The universe stepping in now. And for some of you, you know this. You know that change is here. You know it. So let's see what we could do to help you with the transition. Because when you got Pluto here, ain't nothing you could do about it. You and the Temperance is here. It's done. You just need to start preparing how you're going to do things moving forward instead of trying to fight to keep what it is. And you'll know what it is because it's going to annoy the hell out of you. It's going to, no matter what you try to do to fix it or work it out, it's going to be a pain in your ass. All right. And that's how you'll know by this time on. Yeah, so what you want to do is you see, this is karmic, the idealist. So this is all about figuring out what it is that you want. Thinking about what it is that you want. What do you connect to? What do you relate to? What interests you? Right? What makes you socially interactive? Because maybe some of you are just in the house, lifestyle choices. You've been through so many different scenarios and situations, and maybe now, you know, this could be an energy of being afraid to come out and meet people. Right? Because you've been through so many things. So, you know, some of you, this could just be about being very social. With Libra, the idealist, Libra is all about how do I connect and how do I relate to people? How do I communicate with people? Maybe you're feeling as if nobody's able to relate to you and you're not able to relate. Maybe this is what's going on here. So some of you, you got to change your perspective here. You got to get out and be social. Okay, so I do wish you the best with that, and hopefully, you know, if you're resonating with that or someone you know is going through this, you might be able to help them with this information. All right, the last card we got here from my air sign collective is the receptive energy. So you need to be careful of a receptive energy, but we're going to find out why would you need to be careful of a receptive energy. So with receptive energy, this is all about being open to receiving. Okay, so maybe some of you are blocking your blessings because of your outlook or your perspective. Maybe you're looking at what you don't have instead of looking at what you do have. One thing that I know has helped me and changed my perspective tremendously is like I set my alarm to pray like 3 times a day, right? And it's this prayer that I have. It's a lengthy prayer, but I shortened it. So wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, when that alarm goes off, I simply say thank you. And what that does is that triggers that long prayer. Thank you, Creator, for another day. Thank you for protecting me while I slept last night. Thank you for allowing me to wake up to see another day. Thank you for the clothes on my back, the food on my stomach, the roof over my head, a means to provide for myself. Thank you for my spiritual team, my benevolent ancestors, benevolent spirit guides. Like, it's a long prayer. But when that alarm goes off 3 times a day, all it is just me saying thank you for everything. I'm not asking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So for some of you, if you want things to change in your life, you got to start looking around at what you got and start letting the Creator, whoever you believe in, know that you are grateful and that you are receptive to whatever the universe wants you to have. That's the only way you're going to change your perspective. That's for those who are dealing with that. Now, you may be dealing with someone who got their hands out, okay, thinking that you're supposed to give. Okay, you're supposed to be there. Let's see what this could be about here. Okay, be careful who you are opening yourself up to as well. You need to watch people. You need to vet people, get to know them. All right. If you already know them, get to know why all of a sudden they're showing you all this extra attention, or why your paths crossed the way it did. You know, that's the Nine of Pentacles reverse, the Hierophant energy reverse. Okay, the Hierophant in reverse. I'm sorry, the Hermit in reverse, and then the Seven of Pentacles. What also turned over was the Seven of Swords in reverse in my hand. I think I turned over another card too. We're going to get that out. Okay, yeah. So the Seven of Cup. I'm sorry, the Four of Cup in reverse. So let's take a look here. Anyway, I just want to make sure you could see. So with the receptive energy, the first cards that came out were the Nine of Pentacle in reverse and the the Hierophant energy in reverse. So this could be somebody who's having some financial difficulty. They could be expecting you to take care of them or look out for them, or maybe you're in a position where it's like you got your hand out to someone and somebody, or maybe you did something for somebody and now you're looking to someone to return the favor or to help, and you're not getting any love. Okay. So be careful of that type of energy here. So, you know, again, this is about that people pleaser energy. You know, don't be nice. And some people are like, well, I don't know what you mean. I'm a nice person and there's nothing wrong with being nice. And you got a problem if you think that people shouldn't be nice. Something's wrong with you. You're traumatized, yada, yada, woo, woo, woo. All right. That is not what I'm saying at all. You have to understand, some people, when they look at the word nice, they look at it as you're a sucker. To me, if you think that you're a nice person, I'm looking at you and I'm not going to take advantage of you because I'm evolved. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I can get whatever I need without taking advantage of anybody or doing anything to anybody or putting spell. I don't get down. I understand universal law. So I'm going to go get what I got, and the universe want me to have it anyway. So it's all good. Now, you got to be careful of people who come around you, you know, with the energy of, look, you should be doing something for me. This is somebody who feels like you should be giving them something. This is energy of somebody who, you know, doesn't have values and morals that you have. Y'all values and morals are not aligned at all. This is somebody who's willing to take from you. They want to take from you. Okay. This could be family members. For some of you, this could be somebody who is, I don't know, if you maybe somebody might be in a position where their beliefs or work environment, and so they may need some help. Energy in reverse and the Seven of Pentacle upright. So that was the Nine of Pentacle in reverse, Seven of Pentacle upright with the Hermit in reverse. Interesting energies. Okay. Now, with this receptive energy for the Hermit energy in reverse here, this is somebody who, how can I say this? I'm getting an energy of somebody doing something in order to take from someone. You have to be very careful who you open yourself up to. Now, this don't necessarily have to be with money, but we do have a lot of pentacles here. But you know, pentacles also represent your physical energy, your effort. It also represents your physical body, okay, as well as your money and any physical possessions you own, or anything that you had to do physically to get whatever it is we're talking about here. Now we got the Four Cup in reverse and the Seven of Sword in reverse here. So this is all about you finding out that somebody don't appreciate you. They just squandered. Like, I get an energy of somebody squandering what you've given to them. This is somebody who, they may get their money illegally as well, is what I'm saying here. This is somebody who, they don't have a schedule. They just sit back and figure out. This is somebody who don't work. They just sit back and figure out how they could get and scheme. You got to be careful who's around you. You may have a position to kiss their ass, is what I'm getting here. Purposely trying to hang you out to dry intentionally. Okay. Basically trying to get rid of you is another thing here. So I feel like for some of you, if you know something's going on with your job, I would suggest you start looking for a new one. You know, I really, Yeah, I suggest you start looking for a new one because things are changing here. Okay. If this is family, you have a family member who doesn't have, like I said, whoever this is, your morals and your ethics are not aligned at all. This is somebody who is trying to take a shortcut to figure something out, to try to get rid of someone. They're acting like they're working for you and that they really want to be with you or they really want to help you, but in reality, behind your back, they're trying to get you out of here. They're trying to get rid of you. They're trying to take something from you. Okay. Um, for some of you, you need to be careful who you sleep with because with this reception energy, with the Taurus energy, which is the Hierophant, and then the Hermit energy, we're talking about the physical body. Okay, especially with all these pentacles here. So we're talking about the physical body. So some of you need to be careful about who you sleep with. This person could have some type of STD. If it's not a what do they call it? Infection now, STI. So it could be both. It could be spiritually transmitted infections where you sleep with this person, you immediately start losing money, you start looking bad, your health changes, you start becoming sick, you start losing weight, or you start gaining weight too. It's one or the other. You're either gonna start gaining weight and getting out of weight, getting out of shape, getting obese, or you're gonna start losing weight. You're getting pale. You're losing your hair, or you losing money. You always hustling. Can't keep. Yeah, this is what's going on here. So let's see how we can resolve this energy if it shows up. Yeah, the Taurus energy. Okay, so we have it. So all you have to do is turn that Hierophant energy upright. So realigning morals and values, self-worth, self-esteem, self-respect. Okay, so for some of you, you have to stand your ground with someone, whatever the situation is. Okay, this is somebody who, again, your morals and values are not aligned with the Taurus energy, the Hierophant in reverse. You're not putting up any boundaries. This person feels they can do whatever they want. So what they're doing is they surveying the land, trying to figure out what they can take from you, what they can get from you, and how they can get it from you. Like this is somebody who's trying to take from you, definitely. Okay. They don't want you to receive. They don't want you to get. If you got any blessings coming with that receiving, receptive energy, because Taurus represents financial stability as well, right? So this could be about somebody having problems with you making money. This could be about the job. Uh, this could be about a relationship, the type of relationship you're in as well. So being open here to different types of lifestyles, um being patient and empathetic with different types of people. Okay, this talks about tolerance as well, is what I'm getting here. Okay, tolerance of people from all different walks of life, being open and receptive. There's somebody around you who may not be that way, or you may be around someone and your lifestyle choices, like I said, I get that strongly. There's somebody here who you are not morally and ethically aligned with. Okay, this person does not believe in hard work. They believe in taking from others. So this could be a preacher, a reverend, somebody who calls himself the religious head of some type of religious or spiritual organization here. Okay, this person is figuring out how to fleece the flock. All right, so to resolve this issue, you're going to type into the Taurus energy. Follow what is aligned with your values, your traditions. Okay, what matters to you. I'm getting some dark energy here. Okay, somebody may be telling somebody, okay, if you want to be with me or you want to be in this cult or this group or this coven or whatever it is, their bodily fluids here. Excuse me, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing here. Um, this is dark arts also. So just again, be careful of what cults or what spiritual leaders you connect with. Be careful of the churches that you actually go into or walk into. Be careful of the people that you give to, the organizations that you're giving to. Okay, some of you may find out that these organizations are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So just make sure you investigate these organizations that you're donating to. Make sure that they have the same values and morals that you align with. Also confirm what they're doing with their money. Okay, there could be something also going on with land. I'm getting to somebody made a farm or land. Okay, somebody could have put something in the soil, or there's not enough rain, something like that. So somebody's not able to produce because there's not enough water, there's not enough soil, there's not enough nutrients in the soil. I feel like somebody might have poisoned the water. This could be companies going. Okay, there's also E. coli, salmonella. Okay, be careful what you eat and where you eat, because Taurus, the Hierophant in reverse, in the Seven of Pentacle in reverse. This could just be like you eating anywhere. Um, just going into places like, forgive me for if I sound bougie or whatever, but I'm just not into gas station food. Like, I'm just not the type to get a meal from a gas station. I'll go in there and get some chips and a soda or something to hold me over till I could get a real meal. But I'm not the one to get the chicken, like going into 7-Eleven or a Wawa. And like, I know, some people like that, and that's cool. I'm not adjusted to that yet. So, this could be one of these types of things here, where you're dealing with people who just have different, tastes in food and what they eat and what they don't eat. So you could have someone who might be saying, unfortunately, I don't eat meat. And, maybe they're starving and they're asking for money and asking for help. And you give somebody a burger. And this person is like, yo, I don't eat burgers. But instead of you understanding that, you may be looking at you like, well, look, if you that desperate, you will eat it. And this, it could be that type of shit going on here. There's also somebody who begs for money, but they take that money and they flip it around and put it in their pocket. Like, they could be acting like they desperate, they don't have a job, this and that, but they fleecing somebody getting fleeced. Be careful who you giving your money to. All right, earth signs. That's what I mean, air signs. We got earth here. That's what I was saying. So we got water, air, and earth. So water is being, compassionate and considerate and taking other people's feelings, being emotionally intelligent, but not letting people run over your feelings, but taking other people's feelings into consideration. Libra energy is how you relate, your thoughts and your ideas and how you socialize with people. And Taurus is your morals, your values, letting people know where you stand and what, where the line is, knowing the ledge. All right. So that's what I got for you. For my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for Silent Enemies reading for Sagittarius season, December 2024. I hope all is well. Peace and blessings. Take care.